It's evening. It might not be a good evening. We are going to go through one of the most fraudulent press conferences you have ever heard in your life. Well, that's open to interpretation because, listen, Mustafi was spoken about. He spoke about Leicester, Arteta. We're going to come to that. Jesus Christ. But I want to go through something a little bit more positive before we get into ripping his press conference to shreds. But our final training session, we got the gallery, we got the photos. I do apologize, this is majorly late as well. I had to go on a little Stella Artois run. So yeah, we are back. But we have had the final training session today. That kit's kind of nice, isn't it? I do like that. I do like that kit. That'd make a good picture to say, caption this. But anyway, Aubameyang, there he is. He's in training. Hopefully he performs a little bit better if he plays. But yeah, it's a bit of a mad one. Callum Chambers trained. Okay. Rob Holding, he's got a worse hairline than me. He trained. There's our goalkeeper, the superstar goalkeeper that we signed, that we've never seen. Obviously, William Willock. There he is. There he is. We're going to come to him in a minute. William and the Farm Foods Awobi. He actually spoke about Reiss Nelson as well. I was shocked, absolutely staggered and amazed. We're going to go through that in a second. We've just seen that picture. There he is, the main man, El Iniesta with Smith Rowe. Thomas Pye. Look at his eyes, man. It's like... he's like, what's going on over here? Maybe he's just seen Granit Xhaka running towards him. Oh, look, he can actually make saves. Camera saves. He's learning off Leno. Oh, Jesus Christ. See you later. Hey, the wee man. Have you noticed, yeah? Everyone's in the black top. Maybe this is because they're playing on a different team then, but he's in the pink top. What's that all about? Saliba's happy. Why is Tierney the only one in a pink top? Why is he the odd one out? I think, oh, Martinelli's there. Look, Martinelli, he trained as well. That's good as well. We need Martinelli back. Why is Tierney the only one in a pink top? Anyway, we've seen them pictures. Do smash the likes up. We're going to go back and have a look at this press conference. I will be dropping a preview for this game at about 10 o'clock UK time. So make sure you stand by for that one, and make sure that you got notifications on. Make sure you're smashing the likes up, and we're going to have to go through this in about 5 different segments because they love to chop it up. Why can't they just do it in one big transcript? But look, where should we start? We'll start with the manager. Hopefully this is all in one hit, because the other day it wasn't. It was in about 5 different segments. Well, it looks like it's in one hit at the moment. Okay, let's keep scrolling through that. I've never had such detailed training sessions, said Mustafi. We're obviously not learning from him, are you, mate? But anyway, where to begin? We'll start right up here. There's obviously quite a bit to go through, but I'll go through as much of this as I can, as quick as I can. I won't be able to see your comments for now. He was asked about the performance to Leicester. He said it was different halves. In the first half, we interpreted really well what the game needed, and we were very dominant, very aggressive, won the ball back in really good areas and didn't give the ball away in dangerous areas. Apart from that, we created enough chances for sure to go ahead and score, which we did. We should have been 2 or 3 up. We didn't manage to do that. We scored a goal that was disallowed. And then the second half, we started, probably fatigue-wise, to make more mistakes in the difficult areas and not be as effective and as threatening as we should have been. The moment we created an open space, they had a good action and we conceded a goal. I can just say it was shocking defending. Anyway, we lost the game from a very small margin, and I am disappointed because we should have done better. He was then asked about the lack of goal threat between Aubameyang and Laka. From everybody, because we are at home and we're not able to score a goal. I am concerned. I'm concerned about the second half. We should have done better. We only had one chance from Hector, which he should have scored as well. Right, listen, he's a right back. He ain't very technically good. I don't nail him on to score, but he should have done a bit better with it. They didn't have anything, to be fair, until 75 or 80 minutes, but it's still starting to improve in the final third. The solutions we have to give them to attack better and be more continuous, to be able to sustain attacks for longer and put the ball in the box more. We've been working on that, so hopefully we can improve it. He was asked whether David Luiz is out and whether Mustafi's been offered a new deal. He said, firstly, David is having some discomfort in an area. Mustafi is completely fit to play, and obviously the internal contractual situation will be discussed internally. How happy are you with Mustafi? He said, I've been really happy with Mustafi since I joined, and the performances that he has had. It is true that he had a long-term injury and he worked so hard to get back in a position he is in today. I just want him to show us again the trust we have in him. The trust we have in him. Play him and get the performances we've had in the past from him. Oh, my days. We have actually offered him a new deal, haven't we? Anyway, on the confidence in Mustafi, I think there were a few cases when I joined in that position. And what we tried to do is help the players as much as possible, encourage them to play with confidence and try to give the right solutions. And then it's up to them to show with their performances where they are. He was asked this by the Moose from Talk Sport. Yeah, this has got to be one of the most dopiest questions I've ever heard. It's just mad. Why are you asking him whether there's pressure on them to win? Like, of course there is. It's Arsenal Football Club. He also asked him this as well. This is just crazy. He said whether he's concerned about not scoring and what role Eddie Nketiah can play in that. Like Eddie Nketiah is the most prolific striker in the world. We're not even reading it. Yeah. The strength of the Premier League. I'm going to read this. In the last 8 to 10 months, the improvement of teams in quality, organisation and the way they are competing has been the biggest I've seen in recent years. That's why you can see the difficulties of teams winning by big margins. I think, in my opinion, that is not a coincidence. And you can see that in every Premier League game. So I think the league is in a great place at the moment. What is he waffling about? It's the improvement of teams in quality and organisation and the way they are competing. It's the biggest I've seen in recent years. Did he see Liverpool get slapped 7-2 the other day, do you think? Do you reckon he see Man City get piped 5-2? Yeah. Do you reckon he see West Ham come back from 3-0 down the other day? Yeah. Like, it's mad. Do you reckon he see Leeds beat Aston Villa 3-0? What is he talking about? Like, real talk. What is he chatting about? I don't get it. I genuinely don't get it. We're going to come to some more fraudulent behaviour in a minute as well. He was asked about Mesut Ozil's social media. It's funny because the way they've put that in there, I actually heard the question. Yeah, but the way they've put that in there, they didn't put it in there the way it was worded. Same again, TalkSport, Ian Abrahams said, what do you think on Mesut Ozil being the Arsenal cheerleader on social media? Obviously, they didn't want to write that. He said, I don't follow social media. Well, you do, because you've got a social media account, mate. You're on social media. So what are you talking about? But I always expect everybody that is involved in our organisation to be supporting the team every time we play. He was asked about Dundalk and what they offer. We've got some Irish staff here, and there are a lot of positive things about them. From what I've seen, they've got a really determined coach that has found a really good cohesion with the team. You can see that in every reaction when they are playing, how united they are. They're really well organised and they make it really hard, and they will be coming here with incredible passion. Excuse me. They are underdogs, and that will give them a lot of energy, and I expect them to be on full gas tomorrow to try and beat us. Has he been talking to Barry Solon ahead of the game? I don't know who Barry Solon is. Excuse my ignorance. He said yes a few times. The story behind the appointment of the Dundalk manager, Filippo Giovanoli. He was, I think it's a great story, and linking different backgrounds and different countries into that history. It's good to hear. I watched a long interview with him because I wanted to know who he is, what he's trying to do and what he's trying to express. I found out what happened, and straight away he said he could feel that the players believed in what we were doing, which is everything that a coach wants. And I think they have created a really good chemistry, and that has given him a big boost. For anybody who doesn't know about this manager, this coach of Dundalk, he was training kids a couple of months ago in America, like some preschool kids or secondary school kids or something. And now he's managing a professional football team. Chance of an upset, he said, I don't know. This is football. I've seen a lot of things in this game, so I don't take anything for granted. Always expect the opponent to be at their best. After that, I try and convince my players that what we have to do to win the game and execute it in the best way possible. We'll see if that happens tomorrow. Well, it fucking better, trust me. Dundalk's strengths and weaknesses. Their strengths are the unity of the team, how hard they work together, how well organised they are. There are a few bits where they look really dangerous in certain contexts. Against us in certain situations, it's a little bit more complicated. But yes, if you allow the team time and space, they create issues. They're really strong on set pieces as well, and I'm sure they have prepared for tomorrow. So we'll have to control the normal aspects we do every week. On whether there are any players that he liked the look of, he said, highlights in the team and sprint. He basically didn't answer that question. Whether David Luiz could play against Dundalk, the answer was no. Whether William Saliba's available, he said William's been training with us for the last 2 days, and tomorrow he might be involved at some stage in the. William, not Saliba, in the game. Whether Bukayo Saka is available, he said Bukayo picked up a knock, but he's fine. He's been training. Whether the upcoming game against Man United will impact the team we see on Thursday, he said we try and take game by game, but the last 10 days we've picked up a lot of issues at the back with our centre backs. We have to be cautious and we have to manage the position very carefully, because if we lose another one, then we will be in big trouble. So of course we'll have to keep an eye on how we manage the squad in the next 2 or 3 games. He was asked about the FA's leadership diversity code. We will support any cause like that that brings equality into society and opportunities to everyone. We were talking about the opportunity with the coach of Dundalk. He can open doors for everybody. In this industry, I think we should do that, and it's much better than it was 10, 15 years ago. But that doesn't mean we can't improve and evolve it. I think all of these causes are really positive. This is what I wanted to bring up as well. Reiss Nelson, the pet project. Do smash the likes up. I can't see any of your comments. So if there is any clowns in my chat, mods, just ban a lot of them. But I want to speak about Reiss Nelson. I'm just going to blow my nose. Bear with me. There we go. Right. He spoke about Reiss Nelson. And remember when Reiss Nelson first came in? Nelson was the next Sterling. The next Sterling. Everyone was saying he could mold him into the next Sterling. Okay. Well, anyway, he was asked about him today, and he said, well, we ended the window with a large squad and we had a few plans in mind for Reiss. One of them was to send him on loan and get him some more minutes because of the competition we have up front. The reality is that he'd been really good in training. He wants to stay and wants to fight for his place. It's what he's doing, and he's doing it to get the chances at the right moments. What I'm happy with is how he's assimilated the situation with not playing a lot of minutes in the first weeks. But as everybody can see, things are changing very quickly and we're getting more and more injuries because of the schedule we have. He will get the opportunities, then it will come down to him whether he takes them or not. Then he was asked about why does Reiss know and why he's not starting, understanding of the game, etc., etc. Excuse me. He said, well, I tried obviously to compare things that happened 8 or 9 months ago. It's difficult in a positive or negative way. He talks in riddles at times, this bloke, doesn't he? Real talk. What is he chatting about? Why didn't he just say, yes, I've tried to explain to him? That's it, done. But I always try to have an open communication with the players and get their thoughts out of their mind to try and tell them when they can play or don't play and the reasons behind it. And most of the time, They haven't done anything wrong. There's just a lot of competition in these positions, and we're favouring other players at the minute. That's it. He was then asked why Reiss didn't go out on loan. He said it's a mix of things. Reiss was also really convinced he wanted to fight and stay here for his position. And when you see willingness and passion and the security in a player, you feel tempted to keep them, even though you know opportunities are going to be restricted and he's not going to have a lot of continuity in his play. But things can change very quickly. And if he plays and does well, what can he do? Why not? Why can't he start and play more games? Maybe that's why Reiss Nelson, Kolasinac, and some of these others are still here then. Let's move on to Mustafi, who did the press conference today as well. Oh dear. And we don't have many centre-backs available. I think we've only got Gabriel and Mustafi, and obviously Callum Chambers trained. Whether he's anywhere near fit enough to play a game, I don't know. So it looks like Mustafi is going to start the game tomorrow. Do smash the likes up if you haven't. Just reading these comments, they're going rapid. Chelsea are apparently 3-0 up, are they? Okay. There you go. I see Jorginho's missed penalty. I was watching it, but yeah. Anyway, enough of Chelsea. Let's talk about Mustafi's comments. I'll get there in a minute. Mustafi has praised the clarity that Mikel Arteta has brought since taking charge and says it has helped get the best out of the team. Okay. The centre backs. The centre-back says from the start, our manager has been very clear in what he expects from the squad, and every training session has been meticulously planned. From day one, everyone believed in what he was trying to put on the pitch and how he wanted to play. Mustafi sounds like he's got shit on his tongue right now. I think it was made easier for every one of us because when you know what you have to do, when you know exactly what's going on the pitch and how you have to play your part, it makes the team strong. It's what helps the most. I went onto the pitch and knew exactly what I had to do. I knew exactly what the coach wants from me, and this made a lot of things easier. Is he having a laugh? I went onto the pitch and knew exactly what I had to do. What? Just not bother marking Vardy. Okay, we'll drink to that one, Squadron. Unbelievable. And then he continues on with, I have to say, I have never had such detailed training sessions. We are working in a great detail about everything. Of course, we try to do our football first, and then we analyze the next opponent and see what we can defeat see where we can defeat the opponents with our strengths. He always has an idea of how he wants to play the next game, and not every game is the same. He analyzes the team so well that when we go onto the training pitch, he knows exactly what he wants to do. And then we have to train and be prepared for the weekend. That's the positive thing. When you go into a game, you have that picture that you've had in the training session. You have the same picture in the game and it helps. Well, unfortunately, mate, you're lying. He is absolutely chatting bollocks. Where was the rest of it? There was loads. There was loads more of that. It was like a 19-minute... What is going on here? Why do they do this, man? They deliberately chop these things up. That is literally all they've put on there. Oh, well. Never mind. They haven't put the whole thing from Mustafi up on there, I don't think. The Arteta one's on there, but the whole thing from Mustafi's not on there. They've only put a snippet of that out on there. But listen, at the end of the day, he's chatting absolute crap. Mustafi, he's chatting bollocks. And he gave me an idea of exactly how he wants us to play and what to do. And then it makes it a lot easier. So when I run on the pitch, I know what I have to do. Stop lying, mate. Just stop, please. It's embarrassing. And listen, some of the stuff he says, Arteta, in press conferences is crazy. It's absolutely mad. And I've just seen your comment, Majib. I do apologize, man. Condolences, bruv. Get off my stream, bruv, and go and be with your family, mate. Take care, buddy, yeah? Love, bruv. That's sad, man. That's proper sad. Listen, it makes football be put back into perspective when you read shit like that. It's mad. But at the end of the day, this manager, for me, came in as a breath of fresh air in terms of his press conferences. You guys have watched my press conference reactions. I was like, yo, I love how he speaks in press conferences. He's speaking really great. It's this, it's that. But now he's just gone into this talking in riddles, Wenger, Emery-esque type press conference. And I actually watched it. Yeah. And he looked rattled. He looked stressed. Yeah. He wasn't sitting there smiling and laughing and all of that one. He knows he's up against it now. Yeah. And if we don't win tomorrow, then boy, oh boy, oh boy. Then there's going to be a lot of people coming out calling for his head. If we do win and then we don't beat Man United, it's going to be the same. He's got to pull out some big results in the next 2 games just to hang on for me. And it's crazy, mate. It's mad. And like I said, talking about Reiss Nelson saying that you wanted to loan him out, but then he played so well in training. I'm sick and tired of him saying players do well in training. That's why I pick them. Why don't you pick them based on their match day performances? Yeah. Reiss Nelson might be fantastic in training. Yeah. Put him in a match day and see if he's fantastic. And if he isn't, yeah, see ya. Do you know what I'm saying? We've seen these players, Mustafi, Kolasinac, Lacazette, Xhaka, who else is there? Bellerin. We've seen them do this stuff for years and years and years in terms of turning up every now and again. Yeah, it's mad. It's crazy. And I'm sick and tired of it. You know, Granit Xhaka the other day drops a 0 out of 10. Mustafi drops a 0 out of 10. Why is he picking him again? You know, it's crazy. Listen, I don't know what they're doing to him in training. Yeah, but they're obviously impressing him in training. Why don't they start impressing him on the pitch? Because for me, picking players based off of what they do in training is ridiculous. Yeah, that is ridiculous. I don't need to go and do coaching badges to know that if Lacazette scores 3 and 3, you play him in the 4th game. Why are you not playing him? What, didn't he run as hard in training? Like, that makes no sense to me. And you then decide, yeah, to put Eddie Nketiah up front in that game, or you put Willian up front in that game. Why? Well, what did they do differently then to make you think that they're going to score goals? Which, by the way, they didn't. Yeah, it's unbelievable. It is unbelievable. It's all talk, man. It's just all hearsay. It's all talk. It's all lip service. And it's all like, oh, yes, you know, Mustafi's never going to sit there and say Arteta's out of his depth. That's why I didn't want to sign a new contract. He ain't ever going to sit there and say that, is he? You know, one of the guys who was putting questions to him today, a guy called Chris Wheatley. I don't really follow these people. I quote tweeted his tweet when he said that he was going to be going live and doing the press conference, etc., etc. And I said, why don't you ask him why Pepe's only played 4 games in a row ever for Arsenal in a row, maximum games? Why don't you ask him why Aubameyang's not up top? Why don't you ask him why Xhaka keeps getting played despite dropping crap performance after crap performance? Why don't you ask him why his son keeps getting picked at right back? Why don't you ask him what happened to non-negotiable? Yeah, why don't you ask him these questions? But they don't. They don't ask him. And it's like, listen, at the end of the day, the first 5 or 6 weeks that Arteta was doing press conferences, I was like, yo, don't want him. But he's talking the game here. He's talking a good game. And now he's got to back that game. And his press conferences have gone to pot. They've gone like Unai Emery's have. They've gone like they've gone like Arsene Wenger's press conferences. It's kind of mad how it's all gone, really. But if you go and watch it, if you go and type in Haters TV, HAYTERS TV, they've got both parts of the interview, one from Mikel and one from Skodran Mustafi. But Arteta looked stressed. Trust me, he looked mad stressed. But there we go. What is really going on? This is a shit show. Brother, it's crazy. Yeah. Like, listen, Mikel Arteta said he came into Arsenal and he didn't realise how big a job he had. Well, that in itself said he was out of his depth. And now fast forward down the road, he's even more out of his depth, mate. I expect us to win tomorrow. I think we will win. I wouldn't be surprised if we lost. I've seen us lose to Östersund. I've seen us lose to Bradford, to Blackburn. I've seen us lose to Wrexham. Do you know what I'm saying? These teams are not the one. And we struggled against Rapid, awful. Exactly. Well, there you go. We were losing that game. I've seen us lose a game, games where we've played against opposition where I thought, yeah, we're going to slap them today. It's just mad. And for me, it looks like some of these players have just stopped playing. You know, Aubameyang's just strolling. Let's be real here. Yeah, it's just strolling around the pitch, which I'm kind of surprised about, because even under Unai Emery, he didn't stroll around the pitch. Yeah, he was still scoring goals. You know, maybe it was because Unai Emery started playing him up front, and he was floating as a second or a main striker with Lacazette around him. I don't know. One thing I do know is, why are we wasting him on the left wing in his best years? Makes no sense to me. Why are we wasting Thomas Partey by putting him next to somebody who can't play football? You know, why are we playing a fashionista at right back? I know he's done all right recently, but this is what he does. He has a little run, then he goes to shit again. Go and put a proper right back there. Go and put Maitland-Niles there for the season. Yeah, you'll see better performances. Why do we keep playing Pepe and then dropping him, playing him and dropping him, playing him and dropping him? It just makes no sense to me. And I've seen so many people saying to me, and thank you for them, DVS, appreciate that, mate. Do slap the likes up, by the way. Not even 100 likes. Embarrassing. Nearly as embarrassing as that press conference. But I have seen a lot of people, because I put a couple of posts out today on Instagram, and I've triggered 14-year-olds. Don't follow me. If you don't like the truth, don't follow me. I don't care. I genuinely couldn't care less. I ain't getting paid to post on Instagram. Couldn't care less, mate. But yeah, I put up the stats of the last 26 from Emery and Arteta, the first 26 of Emery and Arteta, and the first 38 in all competitions. Oh my God, go look at the comments. It's hilarious. I also put another one up with, in fact, that wasn't in there. Hold up. They've filtered that. That wasn't the full transcript, you know. I've just realized that wasn't the full transcript. Listen to this. Where is it? You find it. I'm going to find it. 1 second. Here we go. Arteta said, when Leicester comes to your house and acts like this, it's because they really respect you. We have to take that as a positive and as an advantage, because if a lot of teams start doing that, I'm telling you, we are going to win a lot of games. So basically what he's saying, in fact, let me go on their website. Basically what he's saying is Leicester came to play park the bus football because they respect us because we're so good, is basically what he was saying. Yeah? Are you deluded? Are you actually deluded? Yeah, that wasn't the full transcript. Arsenal cut that out. Snide. And this is what I'm saying. Yeah, and they'll tweet that out because they got a bigger following, yeah, than the reporters that are going in there. The majority of people will click on Arsenal's website and read it off of there. They filtered that. Because they took that answer off. When Leicester comes to your house and plays like that, that's because they respect you. Yeah, and the more teams that do that against us, I can assure you that will equal more wins for us. What? So because they come and park the bus and we lost 1-0, they respect us, and that means we're going to win more games. He's deluded, mate. I'm telling you, the guy is deluded. I'm going to get it up on the screen so you can see it, so you know I'm not blagging you and making this up. But, I mean, when you're getting stuff like that, I'm sorry. This isn't me that's tweeted this out. You can see that. This is an official part of the press conference. When Leicester comes to your house and acts like this, it's because they really respect you. We have to take that as a positive and as an advantage, because if a lot of teams start to do that, I'm telling you, we're going to win a lot of games. Well, we're not, though, are we, mate? Yeah, we are not, though, are we? Because we only had one shot in the second half and we missed 2 absolute sitters in the first, because our striker is dog shit. Pretty damn simple. Play our best striker up front, and we might actually stand a chance of beating these teams. And this is what makes me laugh with it, right? When I've put these, I put a screenshot of that out on Insta, and I put the stats from Emery and Arteta on there. The amount of people that are saying to me, give him time, give him time, give him time. Let me just say something, yeah? This man's been in charge for nearly 11 months. When Unai Emery was in charge for 11 months, he'd just been battered in a Europa League final and was going into the start of the next season. Where was people saying give him time? So when the stats are there or thereabouts the same in terms of wins, draws and losses, why am I going to give him more time than you lot gave Unai Emery? I gave Emery until Palace, and then I was like, done, see ya. But why does everyone want to give him time? Why does everyone make excuses for him? Why does everyone say, but he's got a crap squad? Why does everyone say Emery left him a mess? Why wasn't any of these people saying Wenger left Welbeck, Cech, Iwobi, Monreal, Koscielny, Jenkinson? Who else was there? I've said Iwobi and I don't know. There was some more. Yeah, it's mad. Why was nobody saying that? Why was nobody saying, oh, give him time. Oh, look, he's just got us fifth in the table. Oh, he just got us to the Europa League. Why is everyone giving this geezer less of a hard time than they were with Unai Emery? I don't get it. I genuinely don't get it. People are saying, now compare trophies. What, the trophy that Portsmouth and Wigan won? What, is that how you're now rating this guy? Yeah, is that how you're rating him? Because for me, it's absolutely criminal that this guy can sit there in a press conference and say, when Leicester come to your house and act like that, it's because they respect you. No, motherfucker. It's because Vardy wasn't fully fit and Didi's out injured, Sionchu's out injured, and Pereira was out injured. That's 4 of their first team players, bruv. He's mad. He's deluded. He's absolute spin doctor. He'd be a great politician. He's absolutely out of his depth. I'm sorry. I am not having him, mate. I am genuinely not having him. Yeah. And people can sit and cry about me saying it and moaning, oh, you're ranting, you're crying, you're bitching, you're moaning. Yep. And there ain't fuck all you can do about it. And when you come on board, yeah, I expect you to come back and apologize for the shit you've given me on my tweets and my Insta. Yeah. But you won't, because you're all a bunch of clowns, which is why I don't listen to most of what you got to say. I ignore most of what Arsenal fans say because they go whichever way the wind blows. Soon as a bigger account tweets out. So I'll give an example. There's loads on Instagram that have got 150, 200, 300k followers on Insta. None of them have probably been to a game in their life. They're probably all about 14 years old. And they're all sitting online going on like they're some tactical fucking genius, despite watching it on an illegal stream somewhere. Yeah. Not that you have to go to games. I understand that. But I'm fucking sit there telling me, yeah, when you're fucking half of my age, you've never fucking been to a game. You probably only started supporting Arsenal 5 fucking years ago. And start telling me I'm a fake fan. Yeah. About fake. Yeah. You don't know about fake, bro. You don't know nothing about the football club about fake. Yeah. But then when they tweet out, or put out on Insta, that's it, it's time for him to go, he's got to be sacked, it's this and that. Watch how many people follow suit. Yeah? Watch how many people follow suit, which is why I ignore most of these people, because do you know what? Like I said, they'll come and chat shit to me, they'll come and chat shit to other people that don't want him here. Yeah? They'll all jump on the hype of, oh, yes, he's great, he's changing the culture, it wasn't built in a day. Oh, he's better than Emery. Well, he ain't better than Emery because the fucking stats prove that. Yeah, the stats prove it. 26 games in charge each. Emery's got a better record. Whether it be the first 26 of Emery or the last 26 of Emery, he's got a better record than this guy in his first 26. Fact. You can't change that. Oh, but he won the FA Cup. Who fucking cares? That was last season. What's he doing for me this season? Yeah, and this is where sentiment has killed our football club for a fucking long time. Yeah, but when these bigger accounts finally grow a set, yeah, and start putting out there that, yo, I actually don't rate him, you know. Watch how many people follow suit. Not one of these cunts is going to come back and say, yo, do you know what? I think I was bang out of order for putting you on my story to 250,000 followers, calling you a see you next Tuesday. Yeah, so your DMs were full up with little rats. Not that I open them, because I don't. But not one of them's going to put, yo, at League Under 82 on Insta, to their 250,000 followers. Yeah, actually, do you know what? He was right all along, blah, blah, blah. You're not going to do that, are you? Which is why I don't listen to these people, which is why I don't take their point of view on this football club seriously. Because one week they'll say fucking Wenger in, the next week they were saying Wenger fucking out, shake it all about. They're sitting there telling me that this guy is a better manager than Unai Emery. Well, the stats prove he ain't. He ain't. The only thing he's better at is he's won an FA Cup. And what? And what? If he gets fifth this season, they'll want a statue. If he gets Europa League final and gets his pants pulled down this season, they'll want a statue. But when Unai Emery done it, oh, he's a terrorist and he's fucking destroying the football club. No, this geezer is not as good as Unai Emery. And Unai Emery weren't good enough. So why do I want him? Yeah, I want the best of the best. People are happy with mediocrity. Cool. Crack on. No one is going to stop me saying what I think. And more people are waking up to it. More and more people are starting to see when he comes out with comments like that one that's on the screen now, that he's actually out of his depth. And it's kind of unacceptable. Mikhail, will you be buying Mustafi a Christmas card this year? Mikhail, how many bits of toilet paper do you use when you go to the toilet? Bruv, it's mad. Thank you, bruv. I hope you're well, McManus. I hope you're good. It's crazy. I don't understand what people are seeing. You know, if let's be real here. Big up my guy, Sejas Christie. Thank you very much for your donation, buddy. Let's be real here. Last season, when Unai Emery was getting draw after draw after draw after draw, but had only lost 3 games, everyone was going mad. Literally mad. Oh, it's disgraceful. Oh, we're closer to the bottom than we are to the top. Oh, it's our worst start in X amount of years. Let me tell you something now, mate, yeah? I'm quite sure I can find a stat to show that this is probably our worst start for fuck knows how long. 3 wins, 3 losses in the first 6. I can't remember the last time we've done that. And guess what? It could very soon be 4 when we go to Old Trafford on Sunday. That goes back to 1962, I think. The first time we lost 4 out of 7. So if you want to talk about Unai Emery setting records about our worst finish and our worst starts and our worst this and our worst that, yeah, you have to do the same for this guy. Otherwise, there's no consistency, is there? Yeah, which makes you a hypocrite, doesn't it? Thank you. There we go. Acts like what? Like winners? Because they have a plan. Exactly. Bro, this is what makes me fucking baffled, mate. People sit there and they're sitting there making excuse after excuse after excuse. Why? Well, because he fluked an FA Cup. I'm sorry, is that the benchmark now? You fluke an FA Cup, you get a pass for the next 2 years. Not on my watch, mate. Ain't happening. Yeah? I want better for this football club. I want a proven top-class manager that's going to come into this club and get rid of these dog shit footballers out the starting 11. Yeah? Yeah, fair enough. We might not be able to get rid of them out the squad completely. I get that. But let me tell you something now, yeah? All of these managers that currently sit above us, right? Jose, even Roy Hodgson, all of these others that are currently sat above us, not one of them fuckers would play Aubameyang at left wing. I'm sorry, they wouldn't do it. Not one of them. And if they were to do it, yeah, if they were to do it, he wouldn't have just gone 5 fucking games without a goal because they would have built a formation and a tactic to get him scoring as much as they can. Yeah. And he ain't doing it. It's embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing. Bring in Bruce Arena. Bruce Arena, you know. But this is the problem with the fans, right? As a whole. People sit there and don't want to be the vocal one. They don't want to be the one that sticks their head up first to get shot at. I couldn't give a toss. People like to follow. Yeah, and like to be the ones that, you know, I'll sit on the fence and I won't say what I think in case I get abused. And what I'll do is I'll see what the narrative is from game to game. Sorry, mate. No. Yeah, you guys in the chat are all fucking real ones. Every single one of you that comes on this stream every single day, you're all real ones. Because you know what? Even the ones that don't necessarily agree still see what I'm saying and go, do you know what? I'm going to give him a little bit more time. I see what you're saying, but I'm going to give it another month, or I'm going to give it another 6 months, or I'm going to give him to the end of the season. But I think he could have done X, Y, Z. These other people are just sitting there going, nah, bruv, his quality, he's improved absolutely everything. He's this, he's this, he's that. Well, he ain't, is he? Because Emery's got a better record. Fact. And people can say he inherited a mess. Don't care. Yeah. Unai Emery's last 26 games was when Unai Emery was at his worst. I think we can all agree on that, yeah? That was when he was at his worst as Arsenal manager. He lost 1 game less than this guy in his first 26. And this is when he's at his fucking best, apparently. Oh, he's amazing. With a shit squad, he's got the best out of them. How the fuck did Emery lose less then when he was at his worst? Emery's worst is better than his best. Simple as that. Simple as that. Brendan Rodgers had his pants down the other day. As soon as Mustafi went on, bang. It's embarrassing, man. How can you come out and say that in a press conference? It's embarrassing. It's mad. Big up, Cole. So many people are fake in real life. It's amplified online. Yes, very true. Very, very true. Very true. Let's read some more of your comments. Schlubber Schley is Champions League scorer. Man United are playing in a minute, aren't they? Allegri sat home doing nothing, mate. Why not? Not hearing this Wenger players thing with Arteta. You've been naming our best 11s. How many Wenger players are in it? Bruv, listen to me, yeah? I'm going to say our best 11 one more time, right? And this geezer has still not fucking played it. And he's been here 11 months, yeah? I would have kept Martinez. That's another cock-up. But anyway, Leno, Maitland-Niles, Saliba, Gabriel, Tierney. Not one of them is a Wenger player. You could say Maitland-Niles, he came through the fucking academy from a little kid, yeah? I ain't counting that. That's not a player that Wenger went and purchased, yeah? That back five is our best back five. Then you go into midfield, Thomas Partey and Dani Ceballos. Again, that's now two players that are not Wenger players. Then you go out onto the right wing and you go Pepe, you go Martinelli, if he's fit, and Saka at number 10. Floating around, but not essentially a number 10, like a Liverpool 3, whatever you want to do. And then Aubameyang. Aubameyang you could class as a Wenger player, but he got sacked 4 months after he brought him. So can we really count him? He wasn't polluted at this point, was he? Saka, again, came through the academy. So let's say you can count all 3 of them. 3 out of 11. I ain't counting any of them. Because none of them worked under Wenger, really. And did Maitland-Niles for a little bit, maybe? Yeah, but Saka never played under Wenger. Yeah, Aubameyang played what? 4 months? 3 months? 5 months? Whatever it was, from January, end of January to May. 4 months? So that is our best 11. This geezer's not played it once. Why? Makes no sense. Makes no sense. Yeah, and even take Saliba out because I know he's only just come back this season and Martinelli is now out. I was saying, say, David Luiz, put Holding, put whoever you want in. You could go Saliba, Luiz or Holding as that other spot, yeah? Right? And then Gabriel. Last season when we didn't have Gabriel, you'd go, I don't know, maybe Luiz and Holding. Luiz and Holding. He's not played that. He has not played that 11. Yeah, he has not played that 11 once at all since he's been here. Thomas Partey you can take out and go, okay, cool, we're putting Xhaka, if you want to put in Xhaka for last season. He still hasn't played last season. He has not played Martinez in goal, Maitland-Niles, Luiz and Holding, for example, Tierney, Xhaka Ceballos, Pepe, Saka, Martinelli, Abba. He never played that. That was our best 11 last season. We've now got a couple of additions and he still ain't playing our best team. He plays Xhaka every fucking week. Bellerin every week. It's boring, man. It is embarrassing. And other managers would come in and get a tune out of these players in their right positions more so than he ever will. And it's embarrassing. I'm sick and tired of our managers sitting in press conferences coming out with crap like that after a 1-0 loss. By the way, when people were sitting there saying, oh, Emery's setting records out here, this fucker gave us our first defeat at home since 9 years before I was born against Leicester. 1973. I was born in 82. Yeah, there's a record for you. Yeah, there's a record. It's embarrassing, mate. Absolutely embarrassing. Sick of the same old trash. The fans are the ones suffering. We're going to be being like the Wenger Arsenal against a sham. Bruv, this geezer is a PR manager, mate. Yeah, he's a PR manager. And it's mad. It's absolutely mad. Even into Laura, I don't know. I know that Ronaldo's not playing. I know that he's not playing. Best stream of the week, all facts. Thank you very much. But you've only got to have a look at this guy's press conferences from the opening of when he first started at Arsenal nearly a year ago, yeah? He came in as a breath of fresh air. It was nice, big words, non-negotiable, the process, the structure. I still weren't having him because I can see through him. Yeah, I can see through all of that PR. Yeah, but it was nice to listen to. It was okay. Maybe he can prove me wrong. Maybe he is actually going to prove me wrong. Yeah. Then when he won the FA Cup, people were more interested in tweeting and messaging me because we won the FA Cup than they were celebrating the thing. You best believe, motherfuckers, the day he gets sacked, I'm coming for all of them. Every single one of them little rats that was running their gums to me on the 1st of August when we won that FA Cup. You best deactivate on the fucking day you get sacked because I am gunning for you, bruv. Every single one of them. Yeah. Because they won't sit there and admit they were wrong. They'll just go, oh, well, what we do is we slowly change our narrative into, oh, yes, it's not acceptable. We'll put a few little drops in there. And then if we lose to United, we'll have a full-blown rant and say it's a joke. What's he changed? Then everyone else will jump on board because you've got a big account, you've got a big account, you've got a big account. So what you do is all your little fucking minions that are all about 12 will all start sucking you off, yeah? And they'll follow you and go, oh, yes, maybe he's right, and maybe she's right, and maybe they're right. No. Why don't you say what you think? Why don't you do that? Say what you think. Don't matter what I think. Don't matter what he thinks or she thinks or they think or them over there and them over there. Why don't you actually say what you think? That's society in a nutshell. But there you go. Why are we offering Mustafi a new contract? Because this fraudulent manager sat here hasn't got a fucking clue what he's doing, mate. But there you go. There you go. Big up Conor McClash, who's changed to Villa. Freddie played Aubameyang, Pepe, Martinelli all together. Why can't this fraud? Funny enough, he did do that. West Ham. And guess what? They all fucking scored. There's a surprise. West Ham away as well. It was an away game against West Ham. I think we were 1-0 down. Martinelli equalised. Then I think Pepe scored, and then Aubameyang scored from a Pepe cross. Who knew? Play that front three. It really isn't difficult. And then you can have Saka floating around, who you know has got quality, can get in the box, he can score goals. Why would you not do that? It is embarrassing. Instead, this geezer just wants to put everyone behind the ball. Yeah, play down one side because he can't trust the geezer who's playing at right back, his son. Yeah, because he knows he ain't no good. So let's go down the left side, which it just is so frustrating. And this guy's got a coaching badge. Fucking turn it in. And he's managing one of the biggest clubs in Europe. Embarrassing. Embarrassing. Nagelsmann's actually available as well. End of the season. Sack him now. Put Freddie back in charge till the end of the season. Go and get Nagelsmann. It's mad. It's absolutely mad. King of facts. Thank you. Listen, I say what I want, mate, yeah? I don't bow down to pressure from other people. I don't sit there and go, oh, well, everyone else is saying it, so I'm not gonna say what I think in case I get loads of abuse. No, I'm gonna say what I believe, and if people don't like it, swivel. Couldn't care less. Genuinely couldn't care less. And at the end of the day, yeah, if more and more people started to have that attitude, this fucking football club would be fighting for titles. Yeah, fighting for titles. It's mad. People are just like, I don't know, mate. They're very easily influenced. They're very easily manipulated, which is why this club is a mess, because you've got people like this manager sitting there manipulating them every week. You've got people like Edu coming out manipulating every week. You've got the club fucking Twitter accounts going, trust the fucking process. Tell me what the fucking process is, mate, and I'll tell you whether I'm trusting it. Because if the process is giving Mustafi a new deal, playing Kolasinac at centre-back, playing Tierney at centre-back, yeah, playing Lacazette up front when he can't score, then when he does score, we're not going to play him, yeah? Telling us Reiss Nelson could be the next Sterling, but then he's played 81 minutes all fucking season, you want to loan him out, yeah? Playing Aubameyang on the left wing, playing Granit Xhaka, no matter how fucking dog shit he is, yeah? Playing fucking Danny Ceballos, who just spins fucking round and round and round and round. The geezer's dizzy as fuck. Yeah, if that's the process, I'm sorry, I ain't backing it. And if he's heading it up, I definitely ain't backing it. No, that ain't the process. The process is we're just going to lower the expectations by chatting absolute bollocks, keeping as many of these shit players as we can, and hoping you lot all suck it up, which fucking millions have. Yeah, and when everyone does realise it's a shame, and this is why I get so fucking angry with it. It's a shame because this club is falling lower and lower down the spectrum of where it should be. Yeah, and it's fucking so frustrating knowing that if we had a proper manager in charge this season that had the mini pre-season with these players and had Gabriel, Thomas Partey, Tierney back fit now as well. You know, these players, Martinez probably could have stayed. Play Aubameyang up front. play Pepe on the right, play Saka on the left until Martinelli's back in there, I think we could genuinely get top 4. I wouldn't say we could push on for a title because I ain't that dumb. But I think that if we had a proper manager in this season, we could go and really fucking push up the table this season. But we ain't. And look, 6 games in, we've lost 3 games already. It's mad. And then we've got to go to Old Trafford. We've still got to go to White Hart Lane. Still got to go to Goodison. Still got to go to fucking Ellen Road. That ain't going to be easy. You know, it's just... What can you say? We still got to go to Leicester. We just lost to Leicester at home. You know, I reckon we're going to lose at least 10 league games this season if he stays in charge all season. But people are sitting there and keep telling me, trust the process. Fuck your process. There ain't one. I would say be excited. I still got that picture. I have still got it. I would say be excited. Is anyone actually excited? Like, real talk, is anyone actually excited? Because most of these people that are trusting the process that don't exist and sitting there saying, be excited, be this and that, most of them are just lying to themselves just to fit in and look cool online. Yeah, most of them don't believe the shit they say. It's mad. It's absolutely mad. But anyway, listen, I've done way too long. I was supposed to do 25 minutes. So I've done nearly an hour. And I am going to be back with a preview about 10 o'clock as well. So yeah. Ah, dear, oh dear, oh dear. Trust the process and see the structure. Arteta will prove you wrong. Well, all he's doing at the moment is proving me right, sadly, mate. Don Carlo is doing great. We will finish 10th. I just see that. Yes, we will finish 10th. I do actually think we're going to finish around 8th or 9th. Yeah. I do. The narrative is we only lost to top teams, Liverpool and City. We can win the easy games like Villa, Leeds. Ha ha. Do you know what? It's kind of sad as well, mate. Yeah, because we've got people telling us, oh well, we competed in them games. We only lost 1-0 to City. All right, is that how Arsenal are going now? Yeah, Arsenal Football Club are now happy losing 1-0. That's where we're at. Yeah, sorry, that ain't acceptable. It really isn't acceptable. And if people think it is acceptable, then you're part of the problem. And that's my opinion on it. Whether you like it or not, that's what it is. I'm not doing no watch along tonight because I am supposed to be chilling with my missus. And I've spent an hour on here. And I am supposed to be doing a preview in a minute. Well, in 2 hours. So yeah, about 10 o'clock, I'll be doing a preview. So tomorrow, I will be doing a watch along from here with Chig for the game. And hopefully this bunch of bottle jobs and this fraudulent manager don't let us down again. But there we go. Be excited, everybody. Trust the process. If you don't back Arteta, you're a Spurs fan. If I had £1 for everyone who's told me I'm fake and I'm a Spurs fan, yeah, I'd be a multi-millionaire. I could probably buy the fucking hotel and spa I'm in at the moment. But there we go. Have a wonderful evening. I'll be back again in 2 hours. Latest, peeps.